Welcome to episode 12 of the ZoCo Podcast. I am Cody.
I'm Trevor.
And I, surprisingly enough, am Alex. I know, it's surprising, right?
I thought you changed your name.
Sometimes I do.
Sometimes. Is that like a daily thing? You go down to the Social Security office and be like, "Hi, I'm back. I'd like to change my name."
Yeah, I feel like a Tom today.
Man, that must be difficult for W-2s and work.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, wait.
Oh!
Yeah. No callback yet. Still working on it.
Oh, man.
Call them.
I did. They did not like that
Call
very
them
much.
again.
No.
Call them
They
again.
didn't like it the first time. I promise you.
So pretty much give it a week and Alex will be heading to Idaho.
Yeah, it's quite possible.
So, well, now that the world knows it, yeah, if
Follow them.
if he leaves, then yeah, we follow him.
You might catch me on the night, or no, not the 91, the 15. You might catch me on the 15 in a week.
So we might have to go follow him there. B,
Do it.
We're gonna have to do a remote podcast.
Do it.
each week. So we'll see what happens.
That's a thing.
We'll figure something out.
We'll see. This week will determine a lot.
Fingers crossed.
I'm not sure what they're crossed for, though, but yeah.
You getting a job.
They're just crossed.
Yeah.
Well, and last week's podcast I think was pretty decent.
A lot of yelling.
It worked well. A lot of oh man, editing that thing was freaking hilarious. Getting to listen to that over again, like that's the best part about my job here, is editing the podcast because it's just listening.
And Alex is having a moment.
We broke Alex.
Carry on.
You okay there?
I'm good.
Do we need a reslate?
Nope.
Nope.
Just, carry on from right where you were.
I don't even know where I was
Oh,
now.
gosh.
You said it's the best part of your job here.
Best part of my job.
Is listen to Alex laugh.
Oh, it's pretty bad though. We we lost it after Vegas.
Yeah, a little bit.
You can kind of hear the start of it in the second part of it.
The breakdown begins.
And that's about the time where the breakdown begins, and after that it went downhill. Straight downhill from there.
For the next, 5 hours?
Until we got to
straight
our
laughing?
destination.
Yeah.
So Vegas to Salt Lake was just not
It was nonsense. It was 4 a.m. status.
it was bad. It was bad.
Well, what time did y'all leave?
Late.
About 4.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, 4 in the afternoon. We're like, hey, you want to go on a road trip? Yeah, let's go.
Look, I had just gotten off work, and we always talk about doing something. So I was like, well, let's go do something. So we left.
Y'all were texting me around that time. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's why I thought you were there.
Trying to fish your address out of you.
So we were trying to figure out where you were exactly so that we can meet up with you.
Without telling you that we were coming to see you.
And you just, when you finally asked us the question, it was not.
It wasn't, are you in Utah? No, it was. It was basically, are you in Utah?
It was.
We said no, because we're not.
Yeah, something
we were
along
in
those
California.
lines.
So we didn't lie to you. We just didn't give you the whole truth.
Eventually, though, on Saturday, we broke down and we told him that we were in.
It just
Utah,
got too
so-
hard to fish his address out of him, so.
We even used Pokemon Go as an excuse.
Pigo!
To which none of us are playing, right?
Nope.
I've uninstalled it. I uninstalled it a long time ago. Alex is giving me the shifty eyes.
No, I installed it. I'm done.
Trevor, do you still have it on your phone?
I still have it. I just don't do anything with it.
He's one of them.
Yep.
Oh, man. But yeah.
A good trip, though.
Here's the text.
Oh, uh-oh.
Trevor, where are you at? I'm going to GPS hack to your location and catch all your Pokemon. It will be like I'm there.
Because that's how it works.
Well, I told him I'm in Draper, Utah. He's like, but I want to catch your Pokemon. What's your address? I was like, I don't know. I'm in that hotel. I didn't know any. I just knew where we were. I didn't know addresses. I have no clue.
At that point, we were at least satisfied with knowing that you were in Utah, so.
That was enough because we at least knew you were in Idaho. So
Yeah, it was kind of like a chess game. We were trying to fish your address out of you without, letting you figure out that we were coming to Utah.
But
Good trip. Very good trip.
Good
A lot
trip.
of driving, but good trip.
Oh boy.
tons of driving. I was tired for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
And
I don't blame you.
Yeah. Well, I drive for a living, plus driving 1,500 miles that weekend, so it was a long trip.
Yeah. All the driving, though, while we were out there got me thinking. Because we had a conversation while we were out there in the car. Something just came to mind.
Oh, no.
I have the mindset. I'm always trying to think of something new.
I don't even know what this is.
I'm always trying to think of like a new idea or a way to improve a system or a
I'm
way
scared.
to better something. And
Alex, we're on mic. Be careful what you say.
there's always there's always been conversation about this kind of stuff. Self-driving cars. I mean, the freeway is chaotic and awful, and lots of traffic, and no one cooperates out there. It's a lot of, angry drivers, and
We had like a 2-hour conversation about this
Yes.
while we're driving home.
I just kind of want to summarize some of the points that we'd had, though, because there's
sure.
a lot of things that can be done, from changing the entire highway system to accommodate these new things, or just changing the cars that are out there. But there's expensive ways to do it, and there's cheap ways to do it, and I thought it was kind of interesting. Just things we came up with.
Yeah. And I think, personally, what I think is, yes, it would be a great idea, and yes, there's a lot to be done, and I don't want to get political,
I get that.
but I'll dip a little bit into politics and jump right back out. In order to do something like that, in order to change an entire travel system, would require tax money. It would require us to pay more taxes to change every single road.
Yeah.
And, we're already getting, well,
well, yeah.
we're already getting so much money taken out of our taxes that it's already ridiculous. And to add that just to change some road systems.
It's not just to change some road systems, though. This is a mass improvement of life as a whole. I mean, everyone has to go somewhere.
So throw it back to our first podcast. It was either our first or second podcast where we talked about Wall-E.
It's like, yeah, second podcast.
And we talked about, how they're floating on the chair and it's like everything's guided. Kind of like that, but with cars.
Kind of. My thought with that, though, because there's two ways that I figure you can do it. You can create an expensive system where someone has to drive on a special road with a special car, all of which the car itself probably costs like in the Tesla range of $100,000
Yeah.
for some super fancy, it's super good, but super fancy self-driving car. Or you can change the road systems and have some kind of addition, like transmitters in the road or lines or wires or something. I don't know. And then you simply have a small unit that can be added to your car, an existing car. Now, how you would do that so that it would interface with your steering, your braking, and everything else, I don't know, but it'd be cheaper to buy a small $500 unit than a new $100,000 car.
Well,
It would help promote change.
I don't know much about cars, to be honest, but the fact that cars run off computers now, it might actually be simple just plugging something straight into the computer now that does work on the steering, the braking, and all of that all at once.
Possible.
Just with
possibly.
one modular thing.
Possible. I know that my car, there is no direct line. Like the steering is all electrical.
Well, and that's something
the brake, and that scares me, but it's what it is.
that is something that I brought up, is that you are always going to have somebody who has a classic car, an old car.
Yeah.
They just wouldn't use those lanes then, those highways or whatever.
And yeah, that would, I don't know, I think that would cause still the problems, because now it's okay, you got old highways, new highways.
Yeah.
New highways have to be built to accommodate for the new thing.
I think they would just take lanes from the old highways, though, to promote change to the new highways. So you can buy this somewhat cheap-ish unit to make it so your car will self-drive on the highways, and they all work together. All the cars work together in a hive mind system, so that if 3 miles up, a car needs to get into that lane, 3 miles length of cars back to back, all slow about a mile an hour to allow this car to slide in. And no one at that point even notices the change, and no one got, there's no stop and go traffic. There's none of this nonsense. On the way home, we stopped completely for probably 5 minutes. I mean, they stopped. I could have gotten out of the car and walked on the freeway for 5 minutes. I mean, none of that.
So I'm hearing is iRobot status of
Yeah, kind of.
highways.
Yeah, kind of.
There is actually a car out there that is still in development, but I actually saw a video like months back that actually does have self-driving features.
Yeah, and a
Well,
lot
yeah,
of cars
Tesla.
are adding
There
that.
are a lot of that.
Tesla's like the big
Self-parking,
one
self-driving.
Right
Yeah.
now. They're
But-
also supposedly building a wheel that is not physically connected to the car.
Yep.
That's cool.
And so, Alex, do you remember my mouse that I used to have as a trackball?
Yes.
And you love that thing.
I mean, it's a trackball. Come on. Who doesn't like those?
If kids are listening to this, they probably don't even know what that is.
Probably
That's
not.
probably way too old for them.
Go to your local arcade and play Centipede. Oh, wait. They don't even have those anymore.
No.
Nope.
But it'd be something along those lines where you'd have wheels inside a wheel well that
Mhm.
rest on top of a ball that is a wheel.
Now, that is very iRobot-ish.
Yeah.
That's in the movie.
But
But-
but that's actually something they're thinking about developing.
That is like the only physical way that you could use a car
Yeah.
that could drive straight and turn, and then also have the wheels turn a perfect 90 degrees, and then park itself in a street setting.
yeah.
Because there's no other way that you could turn the axle a perfect 90 degrees, or else it would lock on itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about the only physical way that I can think of, and magnetically hold that tire.
So if you add all these new directions, then what I'm hearing then is, why are there 6 pedals if there's only 4 directions?
Shout out to Rooster Teeth.
Because at that point you have your gas go, brake stop. There's move right and move left, like not turn right and turn left.
Strafe.
Literally shift, like strafe. Exactly. Strafe right, strafe left.
That's gonna be on your joysticks on the.
Oh my gosh. Cars need more buttons. Yes. My car has plenty.
Well, it's gonna
Oh,
be like
man.
Men in Black 2 when they have the PS2 controller.
I want the red button. That's all I want.
I just want a motorcycle. That's what I'm
Ah,
working on
keeping it
right now. 2 wheels. That's
Yeah.
all I need.
You're no fun. But those were just my thoughts from the trip. It's just because traffic and nonsense like that.
Yeah, we had like a 2-hour conversation about this.
Yeah, like a debate.
Yeah, because it was like, okay, well, here's an idea. Well, here's why I don't think it would work.
And that's fine. I agree with that. I like conversations like that because you have to work out the bugs,
Yeah.
even if it's just
Yeah.
conceptual.
Well, and that's how you have to like think of how things will work is, well, what is going to stop this from working?
Yeah.
Yes, what makes it work, but more realistically, what is going to prevent this from being built?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, self-driving cars, perfect. But Tesla's doing that, and they're charging over $100,000 for their cars. For the average consumer, that's not realistic.
Yeah.
That's the price of a small house in another state that's not California.
Yep. I don't think I have the power myself to make these changes. I don't have the knowledge to develop this technology or the research to back it. But if someone hears it, gets an idea from it, and makes something, and I don't care if they make money off of it, go for it. I just want this to happen. So please make it happen.
Somebody do something with self-driving cars.
Yes. Now.
Make it so everybody can use it.
Yes, pretty much.
So speaking of self-driving cars, I want to bring up a topic that has nothing to do with self-driving cars.
Well, that's typical Cody fashion for you.
I want to try a game, okay?
Okay.
Something that I just find completely hilarious.
Log in. What? Oh, caps lock is on. Carry on.
Oh man, the IT guy is struggling with computers.
Got it.
All right,
Let's go.
so Google, and
Google?
it's not just Google. It's the people who use Google are some of the most interesting people ever.
Wait,
Why?
all the world?
Yes.
The
Why?
whole world.
Because you start typing in something, and the best creation is auto refill.
Oh, what it puts it in next. Like,
So auto refill is generated based on like popular searches.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Trevor, I'm going to start with you.
Oh, God.
I want you to give me about 3 to 4 word start of a question, such as "How do I?"
that's what I was going to say. You stole it.
Well, that's the easy one. I don't want you to take the easy one. I want something a little more clever. So, think of something, 3 or 4 words that starts a question, and I'm going to type it into Google, and I'm going to give you the top 3 answers of what is common of what people search.
Where can you?
Okay. So I'm going to type that here into my iPad. Where can you?
Oh gosh.
Oh, this is terrible.
Leave it to society, right?
All right, the first one's not too bad, but I think it shows it shows that we're definitely getting into the younger generation.
Where can you catch Pokemon?
No. Where can you buy stamps?
Really?
So people are asking Google where to buy stamps.
Google.
So
I
where do you buy
Who
stamps?
even use stamps? I don't even send letters.
Come to the UPS store.
Go see Trevor.
You go see Trevor at the UPS store.
Yep.
You can go to a
Post office.
post office. I think some grocery stores
Some
sell
grocery
stamps.
stores, Albertsons, and a few others.
Yep.
But
So, okay. Number 2, you ready?
uh-oh. Brace yourselves.
Oh, I'm braced.
Where can you see the northern lights?
I'm pretty sure you can see them on the equator, right?
In the south,
Yeah,
right?
just-
Yeah. You go to the south.
In the south.
You take a left turn at the east, and you just kind of travel down the road a little bit.
But when you're driving down the road, if you see a guy with a yellow shirt on and his left arm is up, you need to turn around.
Even if his shirt does say, "To see the northern lights, follow me."
Hey, you want to see the northern lights?
So where can you see the northern lights?
Well, you know, in the north.
In the north.
I
I feel
believe
like that
in
one's
the
kind of self-explanatory.
Alaska, Canada area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard on some rare occasions, people in Montana while I was there and Idaho say you can see them on very special particular days. But beyond that,
Probably
pretty
in the
much,
winter.
Probably in the winter. Beyond that, pretty much Canada, northern regions. Yeah.
And I've heard that the people up there, they don't even care. The sky lights up, and that's normal to them.
Well, yeah, that's pretty. Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. And the third one, the last one. Okay, you ready? This was a problem for Alex and I a couple years ago.
Oh gosh, what?
This may have been a search that we typed in.
We've affected the world.
Where can you buy dry ice?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
gosh.
we did need that.
A long time ago, we were looking
For
for dry ice.
Non-nefarious reasons.
But do you remember where we found it?
I think it was just the local grocery store.
It was a uncommon local grocery store. It was Smart and Final.
Oh,
gosh.
right.
So not too common, but the only place that would legally carry and sell it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So we had a hard time. We looked everywhere for dry ice. Everywhere. So all right, Alex. 3 to 4 word start of a question.
What day does?
What day does? All right, I'll put that
Well-
into
Day does not.
I'm guessing what day does the world end is going to be in there somewhere.
No, these are actually probably pretty legitimate questions, but the third one, once again, just shows what generation we're in.
Oh, gosh.
All right, you ready? The first one. What day does summer start?
Yeah, that's fair.
Pretty
I don't pay attention
common,
to that.
right? I guess. But
When I
look
go
at
out, when I
June
go outside and
21st.
it's warm, I mean,
Look at
that's
the
summer for
calendar.
me.
I don't know. Everyone has a calendar in their pocket at all times.
Your phone tells you, yeah.
So, okay. And I guess the second one is kind of normal. What day does Father's Day fall on?
It varies.
It's a Sunday in June.
Yeah, it's usually, I believe, the second or
second.
third.
I think it's the second.
Yep. And then the third one that just goes to show what generation we live in. What day does Game of Thrones come on?
Oh, gosh.
Well, yeah.
Well, I don't have an answer for that because I don't watch Game of Thrones.
Same.
Could have been a worse. Could have been a worse question though.
Well,
Definitely.
definitely so.
What day is December 21st?
Okay.
That's pretty great, though. I never stopped to really read them much. And occasionally they catch my eye. When you type in things like, how can I? You get some pretty good ones. I know that for sure. Uh-oh.
Okay. So I wanted to do 3 of these. So I had typed in my own, okay? So I did how many times have.
Oh.
How many times have?
The first one is the worst.
Here we go.
Here we go. Brace yourselves.
I'm braced.
These may these may be song lyrics and I don't know. But how many times have I died?
Okay.
Okay.
Do you guys have an answer to that
I
one?
have no clue.
You know, I kept a counter somewhere, but I lost count along the way. Just
It could be a video game question. I don't know.
could be. I don't know where that's from. Yeah.
All right. Number 2.
You can't laugh before the punchline.
Now you've got my anticipation up, and if it's not good, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
Well, it goes along with the first one.
How many times have I died? Oh, it looks like he lost it.
How many times have you been reincarnated?
Oh. I mean, well, when you search that, is it gonna have like an online calculator or something? Here's my age. Here's my gender. Here's my height. It's been this many times. You've been this, and this.
What's your social security number?
You just need a bank routing number.
Oh gosh.
All right. And this third one might be legit. This might be, how much the government tracks us. And this might be how much Google tracks us. You ready?
Or all the above.
How many times have I been to Disneyland?
Oh gosh.
How many times have you been to Disneyland?
I've only been about 2 or 3 times.
I think it's about the same for me.
I used to have passes, so I have no clue.
So like thousands.
No, not quite, but
A lot.
a lot.
I'm not a huge fan of Disneyland, and people are shocked when they hear that. It's like, you live in Southern California and you don't like Disneyland?
Some people's kids.
Some people's children, I know. I am that child. No, it's too like kiddish. It's definitely set up for kids.
Yeah, well,
and
it's Disneyland.
If you want the thrill of rides and things like that, go to Knott's Berry Farm. It's a couple blocks down the road, and it's better.
Yeah.
Way to assert your opinion there.
Dems is fighting words.
Oh gosh.
So that is Google for you. Congratulations, Internet. You have some of the most interesting searches ever.
And that's not even the worst ones I've seen, but yes.
No, those aren't.
We
even
could have
bad.
gotten a lot worse from just those.
Pretty tame.
Well, if you think about it, those are the top 3 searches.
Yeah.
So those are the top 3 of what people are looking up. Terrible. Get your act together, people.
Yeah. Which actually kind of reminds me, because I saw something. I can't remember where I saw this. I think it was on Instagram. A post about Lucky Charms. And I actually Googled it myself just to...
Wait.
Lucky Charms?
Look.
I'm confused. How does that remind you of Lucky Charms?
Well, no, because I Google searched this one because it was, I think, a meme saying that basically you could buy just the Lucky Charms, just the marshmallows.
Oh, I've heard about that.
I
A
think
big
those are
bag of
gags.
that.
But no, I looked it up on Google. And what did I search? I was searching...
Well,
Lucky Charms marshmallow only, I think it was, but it's like it filled in that part for like the third search was marshmallow only.
Okay.
let me do this search for you. I have Google right here. The technology is available.
Cody will oblige.
So what did you type?
I think it was Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms.
Let's see what it says.
No. Charms.
Lucky Charms marshmallows only.
Yep,
There it is.
that's it right there.
He's going to read the rest just because they're there.
Lucky Charms strain.
Strain?
Strain. I don't
Like
know.
Strain?
Just like I'm thinking like a colander, like you're straining Lucky Charms.
I'm thinking of like an
Lucky
apocalypse.
Charms juice.
I mean, you could kind of juice those.
I'm thinking of like an apocalypse of Lucky Charms.
Or
It's like a virus.
like a virus strain.
A virus strain, yeah.
Well, I mean,
And hey man, I can't come into work today. I caught the Lucky Charms.
I got a case of the Lucky Charms, laddie.
Hi laddie.
Oh, I see you got it bad.
And then the third one is just Lucky Charms cereal. So
Oh, that's boring.
But yeah, no, because the no marshmallow, I was like, okay, can you actually buy those? I actually
holy
found
crap, you can.
Well, no, actually, I found out it was only a sweepstakes that they did in October of last year in 2015.
I don't know. Shop on Google. Marshmallow cereal charms.
It's
marshmallow
not Lucky Charms though. You can find just the
size.
marshmallows, but it's not Lucky Charms. Lucky Charms only did one sweepstakes and it was 10 boxes.
Oh.
That's all they had.
Dang.
So because I read up on it and I'm like, okay, because I was confused about that post on Instagram. I was like, can you actually buy that? It's like, well, you can, but it's
No.
the off-brand cereal crap. The stuff that it's the little wooden chips, the sawdust,
Some styrofoam colors.
everything like that. That's pretty much all that is.
food
But yeah,
guy.
the actual Lucky Charms was only 10 boxes, and I'm sure they're gone by now.
I'm sure they're
It was the sweepstake was done in October. But yeah, so that was actually kind of an interesting thing when bringing up the Google because that was exactly what happened. I didn't even fill in the whole thing, and I found it instantly.
That is pretty great, though. But I don't know what I would do with a box of Lucky Charms marshmallows.
Oh gosh,
that just sounds like diabetes.
Going back to the mega stuffed Oreos.
Oh no, my body says no.
It's just the stuff, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't handle that like I used to. So none of that for me.
Diabetes in a box.
No,
I'm looking
thank
at the
you.
article right here talking about the sweepstakes and limited time only.
Yep.
So
It was only 10 boxes.
I'm assuming that is over.
Oh,
yeah.
it's long and gone. If they eat the marshmallows, I'm sure they kept the boxes just because it's only 10 of them. That'd be interesting if they kept the marshmallows too. But
Imagine being the worker. It's like, hey, take this bag, go stand under the marshmallow dispenser, and I just need you to fill 10 of these bags.
No. I mean, they can't make it that easy on them, right? Go take 10 boxes and pick all the marshmallows out and put those marshmallows in a different box. I mean, you gotta make it hard on them.
Suck to
They
suck.
gotta earn their wage.
Oh, that must be the strain. That's must be.
Oh,
that must be
goodness.
what they meant. Strain these Lucky Charms and just the marshmallows.
Well, they're gonna need a special marshmallow-shaped colander, like with holes that are
Each.
shaped like the marshmallows. They just kind of fall through, but not the cereal pieces themselves. It's like trying to fit a circle in a square hole kind of thing.
Gosh.
That's terrible.
We're going gold digging, people.
Well, that's what I do.
We're panning for gold here.
On those rare few occasions when I got Lucky Charms, I'd pretty much just go gold mining for the marshmallows. I mean, that's what you do. I mean,
Yeah, I just didn't eat them. It wasn't worth the work. I'll just go eat my Cookie Crisps,
Oh gosh.
my Fruit Loops.
yeah, I just grew up on Cheerios. Cheerios and bananas for the win.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
No thanks. Honey Nut Cheerios, though. Yeah, I'll take that.
I had those too
I'm
every so often.
sick of those. My grandma used to get them like super cheap, so we'd get boxes and boxes and
yeah.
boxes of them. I'm just like, I taste them, and I'm just like, I'm done.
Yep. You
Yeah.
can get burned out on some things from your childhood.
Yeah.
At that point, you have to find more creative uses for it, like as ammunition to fire at your siblings. You know, it happens.
Building slingshots and catapults.
You could use Cheerios as a slingshot ammunition. It hits well and breaks on contact, so they can't shoot it back.
You could even lick the Honey Nut Cheerios, make a big ball of it, and then shoot the ball.
Oh, yep. That might
Oh.
make your siblings upset.
Just
Don't
a
try this
little.
at home, kids.
So amongst some searches that we have done in the recent weeks included some interesting things.
I'm not sure what this is.
Mm.
Mm.
It has to do with jelly
Oh.
and the shower.
Okay. All right. Well, I know what this is now, but take it out.
Well, I don't even know how the search came across. I don't even know how we found it. I don't know how it came up.
Oh, okay. I can tell you that much at least. We were on a site that had a bunch of videos that were like pop culture videos about cool new technologies and things that are out there that make the world better. And there were some really cool ones,
Supposedly.
Okay, yeah, supposedly. But there were some really cool ones that I thought were really interesting and liked. And then we came across this.
I don't even know what it was, but
we didn't know what it was. We had to look it up.
It-
Even then, we were confused.
it's just this ball of gelatin that is, I think, soap,
It's soap, is what we found out.
and it's jelly. It's like
It's
gelatin.
it's a shower jelly.
It's
is
a
what
shower
called.
jelly. And
It sounds like something that should not be in the shower.
but there was one in particular description. It was jiggle factor.
Well, it said it had the jiggle. So their website, we went and looked it up. We actually had the boldness to step onto Google and search what is shower jelly,
Oh boy.
and we made it onto their website, and their description for it had all these things. It does all these things for you, but then it said it has the jiggle factor to entertain you for hours.
So
And we just kind of stopped and looked at that for a second.
this is such a loaded conversation.
But yeah, it is. I mean, it's just how they described it. I mean, I'm not trying to make this stuff up. It's there. Look it up yourself, or
Yeah.
don't.
Or don't. Yeah, you might be better off.
Just take our word for it.
Super random. One of those searches we just came across that left us kind of.
Befuddled.
That's a good way to put it. And we laughed a lot.
Too much.
A little too much.
Not as much as the Vegas trip,
No.
but
I'm not sure if we'll top that for a while.
well, I don't know if I don't know if that can ever be topped. But it was also it can never be.
Next road trip, man. Next road trip. Just
It
wait.
can never be worse than that either.
Cool.
Oh, I don't know.
boy.
we hit rock bottom.
We hit rock bottom and kept digging, and then re-hit rock bottom, and then kept digging. That's how bad it was.
Yep. But entertaining for the next 5 hours.
Too much. Way too much.
But so I just want to take a moment for my tech corner. I was showing Cody this earlier today, and I kind of want to show you too, Trevor.
Wait, I thought I had the tech corner.
No. I had the tech corner.
Oh.
What was your shower jelly? The tech corner?
No. My Google Talk.
Kind of. Well, there's 2 tech corners. All right, I was kind of perusing the interwebs, looking for passwords and password generators, password security. It's been on my mind a lot. And I came across a couple different websites that I thought were super cool. And so I'm going to have you use this one here yourself, Trevor. So this site is called haveibeenpwned.com. Yeah, haveibeenpwned.com.
How many times have I?
It's a real
Exactly.
thing. It's
That's
a real
exactly
thing.
what it is.
So this website has access, or at least has information about a lot of the different data breaches that have happened. Companies that are huge have been hacked, and a lot of information's been lost. Usernames,
Such as
passwords, all
MySpace.
those. So in the top 10 that they have right here, MySpace, LinkedIn, Adobe, Badoo, whatever that is, VK, Tumblr, iMesh, Fling, Ashley Madison accounts, and Tiana. Now, I don't use a lot of these, but I mean,
I don't even know what half of those are.
one of my old emails was on a MySpace forever freaking ago, and it had been pwned. It had been part of a data breach. So I had people had access to my username, password, whatever it was that I had back then. I have no idea. But you can type in your email address, and we won't tell you what the email address is, but feel free. Go ahead and type in your email address that you use or one you want to check, and see if it's been a part of any of these breaches. Now, this is not all they have. You can also you can also subscribe and have it send you an email to you directly, and it will tell you if it's been a part of any of these larger sensitive data breaches, like massive amounts, millions, hundreds of millions of emails and usernames and passwords and things.
Oh, MySpace I knew about because
Oh, you got pwned?
well, I had a MySpace
He's
like
been pwned
forever ago. I don't even know what the other one is. I can't remember that. It's Final Fantasy Shrine.
Pwned.
Wait, is it on there too? You have 2 that were pwned?
I have 2,
Really?
but
Let me see.
the MySpace one I knew because they actually sent an email out when that happened,
Yes, that was in 2008.
and that one. Yeah, so I mean, I have the email from that, so I knew that one was. But I'm like, I don't even care about MySpace anymore. I have no.
Yeah, I
I
don't
didn't-
even know what email.
I didn't put information on there that I really cared about. So I
Yeah.
FF Shrine. I'm trying to remember what that is.
FS Shrine, you have it on here as well. So
Yeah.
it tells you what
I think it was
what
a
the data
forum I
was.
signed up for once,
It
and
tells you what the data was that was compromised. So somewhere out there, someone, these are out there in open public, have email addresses, passwords, usernames, and website activity. And if this is a password that you use, because a lot of times people use the same passwords, it's common.
Mostly guys. Girls are pretty.
I've never heard that.
I've heard. I don't know if it's actually true, but I've heard that girls will change their passwords and use.
they'll make
different-
really complicated passwords, change them like monthly.
But guys will
Who's got
use.
time for that?
Guys will use the same password over and over and
Yeah.
over.
I mean, eventually I'll change it up, and then I'll change everything kind of to the same thing. But then I'll keep it, pretty much everything the same for a while, at least similar. I always kind of change it up by like
That's good.
uppercase, lowercase
Yeah.
for different sites, so it's not always the exact same. But yeah, I mean, I every now and then, like every once.
Yeah,
a year.
that's definitely good. But I mean, email addresses, passwords, usernames, and website
Yeah, it's
activity.
like-
I mean,
That stuff I don't even care about because I don't even use those sites anymore. I don't even remember what.
the sites themselves don't matter.
Yeah.
But if they have your email address and a password that you may use on a common basis, they can go somewhere
No,
else.
that stuff is MySpace. I haven't used that since junior year in high
Yeah.
school.
But it's just it's interesting
And
stuff to know
I
that
only
it's
used
out
it
there.
for
than
music,
that.
even.
I didn't know this was out there until recently, and I thought it was really, really, cool.
That is interesting.
I don't have it. I checked all my emails because I have a couple, and none of mine have been a part of anything except for my very, very first one when I was a kid, freaking forever ago, back when I had my first email address ever. SBCglobal.net was the ending. I mean, it's old. That's all gone. And that was part of the MySpace thing. That was gone. But again, saying it doesn't matter to me because it was irrelevant. It's things that don't matter.
All that stuff I don't even care
Old.
about. Nothing
Old.
was even really on there that I use anymore. So,
but just kind of know that cool to know that it's out there. So haveibeenpwned.com. It's a thing. Look it up if you're curious to see if you were part of any of those breaches. But like Cody was saying, there's password tools and checkers out there. There's another one. So how secure is my password? I think it's how secure is my password.net. Super long, but it's out there. And you can just type in a password, things that you use, and find out. It gives you an estimate about how long it would take. So feel free. I'm going to pass it over to Trevor again. And feel free to punch in a password that you use or like, and it'll tell you about how long it would take for a dedicated cracker to crack it.
Watch your back, cracker.
About how long is it? Let's see.
not in this lifetime.
It says 29 million years.
Wow.
That's pretty good. Pretty dang good.
So pretty much what I've gotten from this
That's
today
a very simple password too.
is that I need to change my passwords.
yeah, because yours came out as what? Type it in. Here's Cody's password. How long would it take to crack yours? And this is roughly.
I have a few different ones.
Yeah,
I use
and
a lot of variations.
most do, and I do that as well, definitely.
Yeah, I always do variations because
4 days.
4 days. That's not quite a million years.
29 million years.
That is within a lifetime for sure.
3 hours.
Oh boy. So he's going for the lowest possible score here.
42 minutes.
Hey. Yeah, you got some work to do.
I got a little bit. Yeah.
Yes, come on.
But then there's one that we know is absolutely just ridiculous.
Nope. He's typing away. Here it comes.
Type.
And the password is... Yeah, I'm not going to say it.
Beep. 252 sextillion years
Dirty math.
to crack. You were never going to crack that.
Holy crap.
No. The only time that those get broken is if someone accidentally puts it out in a plain text fashion.
Yeah.
That's it. Or if it gets breached in some kind of, like we were just talking about, that kind of thing. Then it is what it is. Everyone sees it.
But
That's
that
a
is
big number.
ridiculous.
But in terms of cracking it, yeah, that's
That's a big number.
Yeah, that's a good password.
yeah, for sure.
Wasn't created by me, that's for sure. Well, some of the passwords that we use are like 20 characters long, so I wonder, like,
What's the Twitter one that we use?
the Twitter one's 100.
You took it to the max for that one.
I was gonna use 2,000. It was like 2,000 characters, but Twitter was like, "Sorry, you can only use 100."
I don't blame him.
So I was like, "Okay, well, I mean, 100's still good."
Gosh.
So I wonder now if I'm gonna use your laptop for a little bit.
Feel free.
So I'm just gonna go to a random password generator.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do 100 characters, and I'm gonna do everything that's on a keyboard.
So numbers, letters, uppercase, lowercase, and symbols. Then, because the best possible password contains at least one of each of those: uppercase, lowercase, number, and symbol.
Yep.
That increases your chances from being hacked, from being a weak password, pretty much.
That's why mine's not 29 million years.
Okay, so 100. Here we go.
Using all those different characters.
Yep.
At least one of each.
Yep. It also has, things as exclude repetitious things, and so it's all
Super random.
Yeah, super random. Okay, so I have it. Now I'm going to Control C it, and I'm going to enter it into how secure is my password. Now that was 252 sextillion years, right?
Yep.
So
What's the number?
I can't read this to you.
Uh-oh.
This is huge. Okay.
Okay, I want to hear this.
1-333-640-348-51-000-000-000 quintillion years to crack your password.
You best get cracking.
So if you start now, eventually,
Maybe some of your great grandkids could do it.
insert about 1,000 more of those.
Holy.
Yeah, that is a ridiculous amount, and that's 100 characters.
That's dedicated. I mean, to pass down a cracking software that runs forever indefinitely to your kids and your kids' kids and your kids' kids, you really want to get in there.
I want this guy's 401k.
Joke's on you, nothing's in it.
Oh god.
Social Security ran out 2,000 years ago, bro.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh goodness.
Couple sextillion years ago, 6 million years ago, whatever it was.
It's ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
But it's cool stuff. So this has been on my mind. I've been doing research on it, looking it up, and I just wanted to share it with you all to see, to show you that it's out there, and share it with the listeners we have, just so you can check it out yourself.
Sweet.
I mean,
Well, and maybe get their opinion. What do they know
yeah.
about how secure is your password? Because, there's a lot of sensitive stuff.
Yes.
Oh, hey, there's one more I want to try. But there's a lot of sensitive stuff out there.
That's the
And-
laptop transferring sound.
I think all three of us lived in an age where,
Live.
well, this is past tense, that before you didn't put your name on the internet.
Yeah.
You didn't put your information in a chat room. You didn't say who you were.
Yeah.
Nope.
But we've changed. That has completely changed, and there's so much information just out
Right
there.
out the open.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. A lot of people, they might not know that you have a lot of sensitive information out there. And
I
even on
agree
this
with that.
podcast, we're careful about certain things that we say and do not say. We don't get into religion, politics, sensitive subjects, personal information, things like that.
Yeah.
But we talk about things that would be interesting,
Or helpful.
hopefully.
Or stupid.
Tech corner for the win.
All right. Well, that's one day.
Wait, what password was that? One day, huh?
One day.
Oh gosh.
So I'm going to revamp all my passwords tonight. 100 characters long on every single one of them.
Oh,
Now,
gosh.
again, I don't know what the metric is on this. I'm not sure if they're, because you could say, are they putting in 100 passwords per second? 10? 1?
Well, and
it-
that's
it
the thing. It's the
depends.
probability of how long it. Because I mean, the probability is always could be random. You could randomly
Yes.
get that one in however many trillion, quadrillion tries.
Yeah.
And what's out there that allows a hacker to put in a bajillion passwords a second?
You got the dedicated cracking machines, is what they're called. They sometimes they call them that. It's what they do. The software that they run. It's.
I don't know. Did we talk about Bitcoins on the podcast?
I don't think we.
I know
have.
we talked about it. I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast though. But that the numbers have become so large that it takes like 40 people working at
A
one
single-
Bitcoin
Yeah, and then they
just
split
to
it.
get it.
Yeah, so Bitcoin mining in a pool, basically.
And at that point, is it worth it? You've invested time and you've invested multiple people in one coin.
Well, what's the value of Bitcoin right now? I'll tell you.
Well, look it up.
Bitcoin
See what they're at right now.
value currently stands at $593 US.
So how long do you think it takes one of those people for those groups of 40 people? And how much work are they actually doing?
Well,
they set their
they themselves do nothing. It's the computers
they
that do
set
the
their
work.
computers to work.
But you're paying for electricity, because typically it's not your average computer that does this. It's usually a dedicated computer. Oftentimes they're running this software off a GPU. Funny enough, a graphics processing unit, not your CPU, and it just runs faster, does better. And then all the power it takes to run that, and then they split this $600 between
40
40 people or so.
40 people. That's ridiculous.
It depends on how long it takes. It could be a couple weeks. It could be a month. It just depends.
Yeah, I don't know. I still lean on the side to go to work and just earn money.
There was a time and a place where this was really a good thing to be in.
Yeah, back
time
in the
has
day
passed.
when it was easier.
Back in the day when they weren't worth anything and people got a bunch of them, then now they're all worth $600 and people come out and find, oh, I had 40 of these in a wallet saved up somewhere. 40 of them times $600 is worth something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, technology is amazing, and the things that we can do with it.
Now, on the subject of big numbers,
Uh-oh.
No Man's Sky.
Uh-oh.
Let's talk a little bit about
I heard
this.
about this.
Let's talk about this. I have some pretty neat facts about this game.
Cody's running to the iPad. He has no idea what this is.
You best look it up.
Figuring
So
it
No
out
Man's
right
Sky is a new game that
How new?
It's
it's brand new.
I
It's
think
like
it's still in
just
early development, right?
no, it's out.
Well, I think it's out, but it's still in like beta, early development. Like
Google.
But yeah,
What
it's basically what it is.
No Man's
Sky.
Sky. Hey, it actually came up in an autocorrect. There you go.
But yeah, it's basically you're exploring the galaxy, and you go to different worlds, and you basically explore them. There's all sorts of wildlife and fauna and flora and plants and everything. Just you can explore pretty much anything. Do whatever you want. You can raid spaceships. It's just this massive thing. But the developers didn't even know how big this game was that they created. This game was basically kind of like, think of Minecraft, where you create a new world and you have all the parameters, everything, and it just creates the world kind of randomly. That's basically how they created this game.
Procedurally generated.
And this number, I'm going to read it because there's actually, I watched a video on this too, and it gives you this fact. They actually sent out virtual probes to find all the worlds. And this is the number of planets there are in this freaking galaxy.
18 quintillion.
Wait, did you just steal his thunder?
446 quadrillion. 744 trillion. 73 billion. 709,551,616 different planets.
Dang.
In one game.
So I don't know a ton about it. I just watched a couple trailers, and I was interested in the fact that you could fly from space to land. I thought that was really cool. People talked about that for years.
Yeah.
It still has like a Minecraft element to it, which is neat to me still. Crafting, building, all that, exploring is fun.
Yeah, it's basically
especially
like
with
this,
friends, which is what it is. But is it everybody together is in the single world, or
that's
is
what I'm still not sure about. I'll be playing it soon because I'm getting that. I already pre-ordered it. But basically, this game, like if you were to explore each planet for 1 second, it's going to take you 586 billion years to see them all.
Well, you best get exploring, my friend.
Yeah, well, obviously, if we've got millions of other people playing, but if you find a planet that's new or hasn't been explored yet, you get to name it.
That's
so
cool.
It'll be interesting to see what kind of happens.
I could do that too. I could call like NASA and say, "Hey, I'd like to name a star." So, just Google's auto thing, No Man's Sky video game. No Man's Sky is an upcoming. It actually was released August 9th. Video game developed and published by the indie studio Hello Games for PlayStation 4 and Microsoft Windows. The game is scheduled to be released worldwide August 2016. But
yeah,
it'll already be released by the time this podcast comes out. We pre-record these, and they're delayed about a week. So, but yeah, this says it's a Wikipedia over 18 quintillion planets.
Yeah.
Which is that's a huge.
And this is a game. It's like you wouldn't be able to think that it'd be able to do that.
Yeah.
But that's what's impressive about it, is that that's literally all it is. Is like it's basically just like, like Minecraft, the whole Minecraft processing thing. It's just they created this thing. They don't even know how big it is. They sent out virtual probes just to figure out how many there were in the first place, because they didn't even know. I think that's just impressive how technology is able to do that. You just program it how you want, push the button, and it does its thing.
That is really cool. I was interested in it just based on the trailers that I saw, and I might get into it down the road, but as for right now, no. But it is intriguing.
I'll let you know how it is.
Sure.
So I will be playing it soon.
Yeah, do let me know.
Yep, Trevor has actually started a little bit on
actually
Let's Plays.
Yeah, they won't be coming out for at least a couple weeks still until I really get everything down. But I've recorded my first practice. I'll be doing a few more practices. Those will not be released at this time. Maybe in the future as a
bonus teaser
thing. Maybe eventually we'll do that. And then of course we've also got some online games we'll have Alex and Cody join me for, and we'll all be doing that kind of Let's Play stuff. I think we have a few lined up, like Doom and
I've got
Robo.
some fun ones. I am the master of LAN parties from my college days, and so you best believe I've got some fantastic party games.
No, I was even just playing Doom 3 just for fun for now. I'll probably actually do that as one of my Let's Plays just because it makes me jump. That game is like, wow. Like playing Doom, because Doom is the Doom 4.
The new one, yeah.
That was the first one I actually played. And that one's not jump, out of your seat kind of thing. It's just like everything's bright and you run around and just shooting the crap out of everything.
Yeah.
Which is fun as heck, but Doom 3 is a thriller.
It's dark, and you basically are, for whatever reason, only capable of holding a flashlight or holding a gun. Now I get like a 200 weapon, but there's a pistol in the game. But yet you can't hold your flashlight and
you can't
pistol.
hold both. You can only hold
I
one
believe
at a
there
time.
was a mod that came out. It was like, it assumes that you can find a roll of duct tape somewhere on this planet,
I'm sure you can.
and so you can actually have both.
Yeah,
So
I'm sure there's a mod out. But the more fun option is for the three of us to play it together, and you have
One
two
man
guys with guns
dedicated
and one guy with a flashlight, because
flashlight.
everyone else can see everyone else's flashlight. Yeah, it's stupid fun because you light them up, zombie on the left, and everyone lights the guy up, and then zombie on the right lights him up, and then it's great. It's fantastic.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait for that one.
We're gonna do it.
But yeah, so I'll probably be releasing those weekly, 2 maybe 1 a week or so when I start getting it going and everything.
For sure. I'm
For
looking
sure,
forward
for
to
sure.
it.
Yep, and I also created a Twitter page specifically for the podcast. So if you want to see things that directly relate to the podcast, you can go to @ZoCo Podcast on Twitter.
There's also a link in the description.
Oh boy! Wow, we've been going a while.
We had a lot to say, I suppose.
That is the longest podcast. That even beats last week's podcast.
Record.
Mobile over 2-3 days. We couldn't even match this. So
There was a lot more yelling in that one, though.
there was a lot more laughing and just
No.
look.
If you
there
didn't,
was
if
there
you
was
didn't hear
lightning.
it, check it out. Last week's podcast was great.
There
I
was
endorse it.
lightning,
There was no lightning. Don't listen to him.
and Alex kept saying, "Nope, didn't see it."
Well, you would say, "Hey, we need food." So I mean, that's the thing. We need to find food. I'd say, "Okay, I will look at my phone," and then you'd be like, "There it is." I'll look around, and of course, it's not there anymore. If there is anything to watch in the first place, and there's nothing. So then you're like, "Okay, but we still need food." So I go back to my phone again. So yeah, I never saw it. I think you were lying. I think he was lying to me the whole time.
Look, go to weather reports. You can
There
see
was lightning.
It was hailing. There was thunder and lightning on that weekend.
Pixar
So,
didn't happen.
the picture on the podcast.
There's no pictures of lightning though.
I was driving. I can't operate a camera.
This is where Photoshop comes in.
Yes, quite.
Alrighty, well,
All right, well, that's about it for this week's podcast. Stay tuned till next week for more, and we will have another podcast for you.
toodles.
Take care.
Bye.